What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? So, as you know, the credit bureaus are changing, and we about to talk about and get into the things that are required so you can knock the credit bureaus out. Right? We're gonna lay out the whole foundation and the whole process. Me and my boy Mike, clean with the shave. We about to get into it. So, if you in, tap in. If you're ready to learn, grab that pen, get something, get some paper, and you got to get something to drink. Sweet tea today, though.
I got some water. Hey, look, I put it down at the bottom. I was ready for you.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So, credit hacking cheat codes, right? So, as you know, um, there's a lot of things going on right now when it comes to the credit bureaus, right? Some people are using Dispute Panda. Some people are using like different letters, and the credit bureaus are really basically violating people's right, and that's what we're going to be talking about, right? We're just going to be going over what you can do to actually combat this so you can get better results, so the credit bureaus can stop playing and you can just get that things removed from your credit report that you're looking for, right? So welcome to today's class: understanding the credit bureau changes, identifying credit issues, establishing positive credit, and also protecting your credit so you can knock the credit bills out, right? So today's video is sponsored by one only. Who is it by, Mike?
Identity IQ. All right.
Hey,
So yeah, we started to partner with Identity IQ for our credit monitoring service. We realized that other credit monitorings have come and gone, but Identity IQ has been here the longest. And when they reached out to us and they told us all the things that are coming through the pipeline, man, we was like, we might want to align with y'all. So when they rolled out new products and new things for you guys to get along with the credit monitoring service, we're gonna let y'all know when they come out because not only getting your credit score, but getting your FICO score is important as well when you go and try to get funding. Once your score is above, let's say 680, and you got all your derogatories gone, then you want to get that FICO score so you will make better decisions. We don't make decisions off of Vanch's 3.0 score. We want to make decisions off the FICO score. All right, FICO score is going to be the closest thing to your true score as you're going to get, and that's just something light that Identity IQ got coming out. So stay tuned for that.
yeah. So let's get into it. Whew. Understanding the credit bureau changes, like what's going on. So as you know, you probably sent the letter out and it said, "Hey, you sound like a credit repair company," or "We need some extra identification," or "This look like a AI or whatever written this." So there are multiple things that's going on right now, and the way you can actually leverage or basically combat this is couple methods, right? The first method is if you didn't know, Dispute Panda do have a way to where you can actually look like it's a handwritten letter, right? So it can look like you actually type, well, you handwritten, right? Or handwrite it. Another way to do this is going to get the letter notarized. So yes, it might cost a little bit of extra money, but there's these like some of the ways you can actually combat this, right? Because a notary is very like whew,
A notary is like a judge almost, man. Because once you get that signed documentation, people are putting their reputation on the line to make sure that people know that you are you. My bad, dude.
mhm. Yeah. Thank you for, but yeah, basically that's what it is, saying that hey, this is a real. I ain't gonna say not a real person, but this is actually who you say you are. So getting a notary done, also using Dispute Panda a handwritten method or mode will allow you to actually get things from, not saying get things removed, allow you to go through that process instead of getting like rejected. I ain't saying getting rejected, but basically getting a letter saying, hey, you sound like a credit repair company, or that this is not actually you. So we want the investigation, right? The game is to get the investigation done, right? To have them check everything on our credit report, to look at the open date last active, do everything that's required for them to do, actually do their job, right? Not send a letter, a stall letter, as we call it, to not actually do their job. So the goal is for the credit bureaus to do a complete investigation, and once the investigation come back, The goal is to either get the account removed or saying, quote unquote, everything is verified, right? And once we know that they say everything is verified, then we're just going to use the laws in our favor. You got anything to say, Mike?
Yeah, a couple things. Number one, if you're watching a replay, drop the word replay. And if you guys are lagging a little behind, we noticed that when we ask questions, the questions come a lot later, and then some people think we're not even responding to their messages because they're late. So just refresh your screen or drag the little cursor and just catch up for us to us as far as you can. But most importantly, this information is going to be recorded. So we want you guys to actually pay attention because if you guys are looking down and try to do things, oh no, this live. They say replay. Yeah, but if you guys are trying to write and pay attention, I would suggest don't do that. Just listen, pay attention, be aware, and then come back and then write down everything you need. And also, if you need to put some timestamps for yourself in the comments, you put the timestamps in the comments for yourself. Like drop a fire emoji or something because you want to know where you was at when you made that comment. And if you can see where you was at when you made that comment, then it'll be easier for you to come back to that number, well, that time. That's it.
Oh, all right. So,
oh no, one thing. Oh, okay. we are gonna be doing a Q&A. So put your questions. The sooner you put your question in, the sooner we're gonna answer them. That's it.
Okay. So, also, we also want to talk about like, yo, why are you actually fixing? Why are you actually fixing your credit? Like, can you type in the chat so we can like expound on like, why are you fixing your credit? Because everybody has a story, and like we know now, of course, you want your credit to get lower interest rates. You want your credit so you have to put a down payment on certain things. But like, why are you actually starting this process? Like, what made you start this process of fixing your credit? I would like to know. Because for me, it started when I need to get that referral. It started with me when I wanted to become an actual officer in the Navy, and the officer Mr. Collins made me read these 3 books, and I wanted to get in real estate, but I knew that Mike was in real estate already, so I asked him what to do, and guess what? He told me the procedure, what you need to do to qualify for a home, but guess what? My credit score was bad to qualify for a home, right? To qualify for a home in the military, you need at least a 620, and my credit score was trash. So my credit score is trash, and I was doing research, and that's the reason why I actually started, because I wanted to get an investment property so I know later on I was going to move out the house and rent it out later. So my goal was, hey, get this house now and then rent it out when I actually move. So my whole job was to fix my credit so I can qualify for this home. So why are you fixing your credit right now? Like, let me know in the comments. Like, why are you fixing your credit? I fund my business and buy a home, buy a house, and get a new car in 6 to 9 months. I want a home, new vehicle, and I want business. I want to start a business. Okay. I want to buy a house. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? I want to buy a home. Hey, I'm reading everybody because my ex-wife destroyed it. Okay. What's up? So everybody, it looks like people want to buy a home. People want to get a new car, and people also want business funding. Don't we get business credit? Okay. So let's talk about buying a new home. There are requirements to buy a home, of course, right? Credit score being one of them. Also, having previous tax history, of course, that's part of it. And also, your banking statements, right? Money coming in, saving your money. So there are different programs out there to qualify for a home. I don't know if you're in the military. I don't know where you live at, but there are also other programs where you can buy a house, no money down, right? There are different credit unions out there that allow you to get no money down on a house. Navy Federal, I don't know if they still have the program, but Navy Federal is one. I know Langley Federal has one as well. I don't know if you can just double check. And if you're in the military, they have the VA loan. They also have, what's that loan called? When you're living in I think rural area where you can get no money down, but you need at least a 640 credit score if you're living somewhere like in the country, and you can qualify for that as well. Also, they have the I think it's NACA or NACRA, and you can also go through that program And I don't think they really check on credit score. They really check on how you saving your money and based off of your spending and what's going on with your money situation, right? So there are different loans and there are different programs. I suggest I mean, probably we could bring somebody on here to talk about the different programs or even the NACA program to actually qualify for a home. So I'm gonna do my research, get somebody to talk more because I only know about the VA loan, right? And that's the one we qualify for. But once you get your credit score correct, and once you figure out like what program you want to use, most importantly, your your banking habits, your money habits, that's going to be very important, right? Because banks like to see you save your money. So the goal is to start putting some money away in your savings. Yes, I know it's hard to save, but everybody can at least save $1 every time they get paid. Everybody can at least save $5, $10. The habit got to start somewhere. 10 cents, something, right? You got to start somewhere. And once you start, then you can start putting money away, more money away, because now you created that consistent habit, right? All right, so actually, NACA is good. I used to work for them. Okay. So I'm glad to see like people are trying to get a home. That's good, right? Also, another thing I saw was people trying to get business credit. Mike, you want to expound on that? Because this is your favorite subject.
I hate business credit, man.
You don't hate business credit. You just hate what people say.
Okay, I normally say that if you can't make money in your business before the credit, then you don't need the credit. So in business, I think a lot of people want to start their business with business credit, but it's the same thing as starting, like just using your credit cards to buy stuff for your house. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. Not that it doesn't work. It's you're gonna put your business in a hole before you even start. Um, any business can be ran off for like the strength of knowledge first, or pretty much a handout from friends and family if they believe in you. But if you
Okay,
try,
Mike. Before I get you on that,
go ahead. But I'm
if
trying
you
to be
know what
nice.
you know now, knowing what you know now, how would you tell somebody to like? I know we're talking about credit and credit changes, but people are talking about business credit. I see a lot of people talking about, I want to get business credit. Knowing what you know now, how would you start a business?
How would I start a
So
business?
people can actually start getting some money.
First off, I wouldn't get an LLC first.
Okay.
That's not good because you'll be starting your business off in the red already. The IRS says that in order to report tax, you got to make $600 or something. So make $600 first in your business before you even start an LLC, and that's just my suggestion.
So
But
do you think somebody needs to be a expert, or do you need some like how do you like? Would you tell them to start a service first or create a digital product?
I would tell people to create a digital product business. If you want to learn something or you do know something, I would tell people to teach for free. So there's what we call levels of value. When you first start, and I don't think people should be charging that much for their specific business. And also, let me say this first. Some of you guys will say something like your family won't support you, but your family shouldn't be supporting something they can't use. Number one. All right. So now there's levels of business. Now, when you're just getting started, you should be charging a low amount just so you can get the experience, and then you go up in price as you go. But as far as starting a business now in this day and age, I would definitely get on YouTube. that's a no brainer. I would get on YouTube and teach, and then once you start teaching, you'll start to realize how many people actually need what you got, right? So while you're learning and teaching, what happens is you have no overhead, right? You don't have to fulfill no products. All you're doing is relying on intellect and your ability to teach to get paid, right? So that's what I'd do if I was to have to start a new business. I wouldn't do nothing for nobody. The worst thing I ever did was start a credit repair company doing the work for people. Second worst thing I ever did was charge a large amount because charge a low amount is because when people give you like $100, they expect the result right then and there. When people give you $1,000, they're more lenient, and when people give you $10,000, they're way lenient with the with the
Based on
result.
value.
And last thing, and with $10,000, you can really pay somebody to help you for real. With $100 a month, you can't pay nobody to help you do the business. But that's it.
Hey, so when my guys say, don't say it. Hey, instead of doing the service, if you already know what you're doing, you've been good at it. Let's just say, for example, you know how to braid hair. We're just going to say you know how to braid hair. There are people right now, I could probably pull it up, asking questions on how to do certain type of hair, like certain type of way to braid your hair. Like, how do I braid my child's hair? I'm a father. I have a daughter. I need to learn how to braid this type of hair. Like, I need to know how to do this certain type of hairstyle. I need to know how to put my daughter's hair in a ponytail. There are certain questions people are asking every single day when it comes to, let's just say, doing hair. And if you teach it on YouTube, guess what? Not only eventually you're going to get 1,000 subscribers, you're going to start getting monetized, but people are going to ask you, do you have like a step-by-step instruction? Do you have like a tutorial, right? Because they're going to see a whole bunch of videos, just like on YouTube. Like when I talk about credit, I have a whole bunch of videos answering questions, and people want like step-by-step instructions. And guess what? You can create a members area teaching that step-by-step instructions, and there's no overhead, and they'll pay you gladly $97, $100, $50 for that step-by-step instructions because you already gave value, and all that money you can pocket. Now you have a customer, you know what to do. They're talking about you, and then by the time you fix your credit and get business credit, what you should be using that business credit is to do is get more customers and get more things, probably to, let's just say, get the accessories for the hairstyle or the different braids or the clips or something that has your branding. So that's my 2 cents. Knowing what I know now, I am the expert. I would teach what I know. I'll answer specific questions, and I'll like basically walk people through the whole process. Now, getting back on this credit subject, right? Because I know I saw a lot of people about business credit, and that was just how we feel about business credit. So I saw people that said they want to get a new home. We talked about that. I saw people say they want to get business credit. We saw people that say they want to get a car. So if you get in a new car, I would tell you is once you get your credit fixed, create a relationship with the credit union and don't go to the car lot. Get the check from the actual credit union, right? Because you can negotiate once you have leverage. Because if you get approved for $50,000, and let's just say the car is $50,000, but you can say, I got $45,000 cash, take it or leave it, right? So you can negotiate what you're doing when it comes to buying your car. So go to the credit union first. There's a lot of credit unions. Just go to your local ones, create a relationship. Guess what? That when you go walk into a credit union, you can ask specific questions, and you create a relationship. Everybody's human, so just ask questions. Ask how they doing, how their day going. What are the different type of products out there? What is this interest rate for this product? This interest rate for that product? Like, get to know all the things that's going on in that credit union. So by the time you're ready to shop with them, you already know what credit bureau they pull, like what you need to be. Also, every state has their specific credit score. I'm here in Alabama, and they're like, the average credit score is around a 670. Anybody above a 670, 670, 680, we'll approve them. Like, so you don't have to have a 700 credit score. Some states, like I say, you got to ask the questions, right? When you start asking the questions, the people start talking. Whew.
Yes, sir. That's why I've been drinking the whole time. Boy, you've been gone. Yeah, man. When I went to Alabama and applied for credit, they saw my credit score. I was kind of.
It was like,
what?
That's real? I don't even think they saw that. Like, my credit score is like 740. I don't think they saw like 790. 797. They was like, ooh.
Yeah, I thought I had an 800, boy. I was
like, nearly 6,000 people checked their credit report. Like, there was a survey done, and nearly 6,000 voters checked their credit reports, as you can see. And here's what they found, right? 34% of them at least had one error on their credit report. 29% of them found errors related to their personal information, and 10% of them that had found or very difficult to access to their credit report, right? So as you can see, yo,
Hey Dave, hold on.
What's up?
You gotta make a disclaimer. I see y'all chatting in the chat. If you get your money took by somebody who can't perform a service, it is not my fault. All right, go ahead, Dave.
All right, so a high rate of errors, right? This is the reason why we came on here and teach, because we just want to give people the step-by-step information on what to do and how to fix their credit. Yes, we're gonna talk about that later, but yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes, but eventually, once you create the habit and the discipline, because credit is credibility, and credibility is a byproduct of your spending habits, right? So all what's going on with your credit is based off of your spending habits, right? So that's the reason why I said we got to create the discipline. I was like typically a bad saver, but eventually I started saving my money, putting it away. I mean, I put it far away because I knew I could get access to it at any point in time. If I saw it in my savings account, I was like, yo, it's still in my checking account, technically. So what I did was send my money into a life insurance policy, whole life. Now, that's another topic for a different day. But I had to lock my money away, and I also got it in Charles Schwab, so I can not like it's harder for me to take it out, right? So I just put money set aside in those different areas, so it will be harder for me because I know the type of person I am. Like if I see an educational program, if I need something, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take this money out and pay for it. But I am creating a habit, and I'm trying to tell you guys to create that habit of just putting some money away every single month or every time you get paid, whether that's $5, $10, $15, $20, right? On average, I think it's like 63% of Americans don't have at least $400 in their savings account, right? Now, if you don't have $400 in your savings account, this is like really, really bad. So, as you can see, not to get off topic, but high rate of errors on people's credit reports. So, what to do to actually combat that is actually getting your credit report and look and see what's holding your score back and understand all the things that are line item by line item and just checking, right? If you want a credit report like this, I'm put a link right now here in a second for you to grab your credit report right now for $1 from Identity IQ, right? So this is what you need to be doing, checking everything when it comes to your credit report. Hey, Mike, can you expound?
Oh, what are we looking at? The credit report?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So everybody.
My bad. Well, I get this link for them.
Okay. So while Dave's gonna grab this link for you, so you guys can get this for $1. This is one of the first things that Dave showed when he made his first video. The errors on the credit report. Dave, I'm gonna try to blow that up some more. I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna take us off. All right.
Okay.
Hold on. How's it? How it look?
You want me to make it bigger?
No, that's good enough. Yeah. So when you're disputing the inaccuracies on your credit report, all you got to do really is look at it and compare the three. Sometimes you're going to have only two scores reporting or two profiles reporting from the two credit bureaus, but sometimes you're going to have three. Even if you have one, you can still call and question the account. So when we're disputing the inaccuracies, all we're really looking is going line item by line item. So if you see it where it says accounts or account type, if it says installment, revolving, then you know that's not right, right? One of them is wrong, wrong. So account type, unsecured loan, secured, like if it says secured loan, then that's wrong. And then it's really easy. You just go straight to the side. And when we find our first mistake, it's the open date. As you guys can see, the dates are off. Now, the dates aren't off by that much, but that's still inaccurate. Like when we first started this journey, a lot of people say it has to be inaccurate by a lot, but no, that's not true. Any unverifiable or inaccurate information has to be deleted or updated from your credit profile. So when we tell people that no results is a result, as long as you get a letter back that's saying it came back verified and this is still wrong, then you know they really didn't do a true investigation. They didn't even decide, they didn't even hit the credit bureaus up to even change it. You know what I'm saying? So then you'll come down here to credit high. As you can see, the credit highs, all three of them are different, right? So The most important part about disputing is what do you do next when the item come back verified? What do you do next when the item doesn't come back at all? Like they don't even respond to you. These are all the different type of results that me and Dave talk and we preach about. But I think it go over a lot of people's head because most of the time people want a deletion right off the rip. I used to tell people that the only thing that's guaranteed in America is that you got a chance to make a decision. Right? You got a chance to make a decision of what you're going to do tomorrow and the next day. A lot of people want to get in shape. There's 24 hours in a day. You can wake up 3 a.m. before work, but a lot of people choose not to. Me and Dave woke up, about 4 o'clock in the morning and studied FCRA before we went to work.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, everybody here has an opportunity to take the chance to send off their first dispute. Everybody on this chat has an opportunity to let us know in the chat what's going on with their credit. It's 111 people on here, and I don't think everybody gonna talk back to us, but everybody has a chance. All right. So when you are looking at your credit report, you have a chance to talk back to the credit bureaus and tell them, hey, something ain't right. And the only thing you got to do is you got to challenge one of these items. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. If you challenge one of these items, they have to fix the whole thing. So if you challenge the open date and they fix it, but they don't fix the rest, then that's still a violation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
But the key words is the key words for me is investigate the accounts, right? I ain't gonna tell them what to do. This is why I say this is how we set them up. I ain't telling them they gotta do their job, right? Their job is to check all these things. So we tell them just to investigate the whole account. I just looked at my credit report. I just want to make sure everything is good to go. Can you just investigate this account, this account, this account, this account? And technically, according to 15 USC 1681I, they're supposed to modify and update the accounts if they find any errors, right? And we already know they're not going to do their job. That's the overall goal when I send the first letter out, the secret letter out, is to tell them to investigate the accounts, and that's it. Send 2 forms of identification. You can go get it notarized. You can do whatever you need to do so you can make sure they're certified to the credit bureaus so they can do their job. All we try to do is make them do their job. And they keep on sending out these stall letters saying that, hey, they saying, hey, you sound like a credit repair company. Nah, if I am a credit repair company, who cares? Still do your job. It don't matter. Just look at the accounts. What you worry about from a credit repair company or not?
Can I answer this question real quick, Dave? Verified is a good response if you know what to do next.
Yeah.
I love to see stuff come back verified because I know they didn't do a real good investigation. An investigation is a real investigation, like the police investigate.
And fair investigation.
Yeah. So all you have to do next, if it came back verified, is ask them, how did you complete the investigation? I need a detailed report of how you completed my investigation. And you got 15 days. And make sure to tell them you got 15 days.
According to the
according. So after the first round, every round thereafter, it's supposed to be 15 days. But they're going to take their time. And I love to give them the benefit of the doubt because what I want them to do is hang themselves every time. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. Yeah. So once you get the verified response, now you ask them how they verified the information. And if you don't know how to do that, you can use Dispute Panda. They got pre-templated letters, and then they got the AI that can change the letters up for you. But that's a good question, Ray.
Right, and you can also make them handwritten as well. So the goal is just to send the first letter off and just tell them to investigate, right? A lot of people say it don't work, but nobody have sent me their certified tracking number yet.
Hold on, there. I got another question.
What's up?
All right. Says TransUnion won't remove my hard inquiries. Okay.
Right,
now
what have you done before you talk, Mike? What have you done?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So they got a video that tell you what you should do to remove your hard inquiries. If you didn't watch that video, you should go back and watch it because it's packed jammed with information of what the credit bureau is supposed to do. Matter of fact, did you show them the paperwork too?
Permissible purpose, yeah.
Yeah.
They put up in the back. Yeah.
So if you guys got any results back from the credit bureaus, whether everything came back verified or not, if you go to the hard inquiry section on the bottom, it's going to say something simple. It's going to say permissible purpose. Everything that has permissible purpose was supposed to be on your. They were supposed to use your hard inquiry to do that. If it doesn't say permissible purpose, then they're not supposed to be pulling your credit just to do something.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, sir. Not me. So I dropped the link for you guys to get it for $1, so you can just actually look at your credit report, 7-day free trial. Actually start looking, see what's going on. Just identify all the negative items, right? And then also what you want to do is get the secret letter. I can drop the link for that if you haven't got it. The secret letter, and then you can get the secret letter. And once you get the secret letter, what you want to do is get the look at your credit report, get all the negative accounts, use the secret letter, 2 forms of identification, certify the letter, right? It costs you, I don't know, I think like $3 or $4, $5 to certify it, and just wait. And in the meantime, as you're waiting, there's some things you want to do. So I'm gonna drop the link for you guys for the secret letter as well. Just 1 second.
All right, I'm gonna answer some of these questions while Dave is doing his thing.
I gotta put these on my notes.
All right, somebody said, "Do y'all still use the KO letter and the terminator letter?" Yeah, we still use that. People are still getting that from us to this day and getting results. You just gotta, to be honest, y'all just gotta know when to use these letters. We got a flow of how we use our letters, and it is if you use them out of order, you probably won't get the result that you think you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what steps should I take to get an entire account removed? What way I get removed from late payments? Late payments are the hardest thing to get removed because then the bank and the credit bureaus going to talk to each other to determine if your accounts have been late or not. And the credit bureaus, they don't care. They use a thing called eOscar. That's how they talk to each other. Not eOscar. They use Metro 2 to talk to each other. That's why people try to do Metro 2 disputing and stuff like that. But really, Metro 2 is a computer code that they send back and forth between the credit bureaus and the creditor, original creditor, and they determine if your information is being verified or not. But now the entire account being removed, you can use that first method that me and Dave said, where when you look at your account and spot the inaccuracies, it don't matter if the account is open, good standing, bad standing, whatever. It's your credit report. You can get the item removed, especially if the credit bureaus are violating and they are not holding their end of the bargain of reporting true, accurate information. I hope that helped, Kenwood. All right, Dave, you ready?
Yes, sir. I dropped the link for people to get their credit report. Also, I dropped the link for the secret letter as well. So this is all part of the process of doing what you need to do to fix your credit, right? So we talked about, hey, why are you fixing your credit? A lot of people say, I'm fixing my credit because I want a house. I'm fixing my credit because I want business credit. I'm also fixing my credit because I want a new car, right? So in order to fix your credit, we gotta, like I said, do certain things that's required to fix our credit, right? We gotta change the habits that we've been doing to actually start getting the things that we want, right? Credit is just a direct reflection of how you manage your money. Credit is credibility, and once you build credibility with these banks, you're gonna start seeing improvement of your credit score. But as you're removing those things, like after you send off your first letter, the goal is to start building a relationship with the banks and also start adding positive accounts if you already don't have it, right? So as you can see, I got this from LendingTree. Yo, there's trillions of dollars in credit card debt, right? So, like I said, we were taught, hey, use these credit cards. Hey, it's like free money, all these different things, right? We maxed them out. We did all type of things when we weren't supposed to do it, but we didn't get the education. Now, no more we can say that we don't have the education on what to do with credit cards, right? Because the information is out there. It's not being withheld. You can go on YouTube. You can go on, look at blogs. You can get books. There's so many things out there when it comes to managing money, right? So the overall goal is to start paying down your credit card debt, right? Because 30% of your credit score is amounts owed, right? So the goal is to and like pay down your credit card utilization and build new credit and remove the negative items while you're waiting, right? So you can be doing this the whole time as you sending off one letter, right? It only takes you like a few hours to send off like one letter per month, right? And the rest of it is just managing your money. I know Mike has something to say before I go on to the next. So the overall goal is just like, pay down your credit card. I don't care. Put $10, $20, $30 per paycheck. Like me and Mike did like crazy things. I ain't say crazy. We just had to do extra. I worked, even though I was in the Navy, I had high credit card debt. So I did Uber and I did Lyft. I sold my Jordans. I sold my earrings. I sold all the gold I had when I went to Kuwait because I really wanted this house. I did whatever I had to do to pay down my credit card, right? I was really upset by selling my KDs, my Jordans, all the things I acquired because, I think I deserved it. So I sold it all. I didn't care if it was for $30, $40, $50. I did whatever I needed to do. You can ask my wife. I got, that's what I should have. I should have pictures. Like I had a Foot Locker collection and I sold everything. It was disheartening. I sold my favorite ring. You can even ask Mike. I always had a pinky ring, and I ain't care when nobody said that word. I had that pinky ring and said DC, and I had the earrings to match. I sold it. I went to the pawn shop, got it melted, whatever, and took it. 22 karat gold in Kuwait. Kuwait don't even play. They don't even do 18. It got to be 20 or higher. So I sold all that. I did what I need to do to pay off my credit card debt. So you just got to do what you need to do to pay off. I ain't telling you to go, just there are things out there. There's Uber, there's Lyft, there's DoorDash. There's all type of things you can do nowadays just to get extra money. So there's Amazon. I did Amazon driving as well. I delivered packages. I did all that. I'm telling you, you can do whatever you need to do to pay off this debt. So just go do that. Pay down your credit cards. Save some money in the meantime as well as you're earning this money because you can't tell yourself that you can't pay yourself, right? The goal is to use your money to invest so you can make more money, right? The goal is to take money, put it into something that's going to allow you to generate more money. It might be an extra $1, $2, $3, but overall, because time is still going to pass, and you might be, I ain't going to say, you might be 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. Time has passed already. You could have been saving money. It's still compounded, right? So pay down your credit cards. It might take a year. It might take 2 years. Do what you need to do and fix your credit as well. And then build relationships, right? And there's multiple places. Speaking of multiple places, there's multiple places you can use to actually build up your credit. There's Ava Credit. You can get a trade line from there. There's Rent Reporter. And this third one, I ain't going to talk about it. You're going to see the video about them later. But these are multiple places you can go to actually build your credit right now. Whew. Mike, got something to say?
Oh man, nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got something to say. I just is what I be saying. Yeah, as far as saving money and putting yourself in a better position, I gave blood at a plasma bank, and I was, making like $60 every time I gave plasma. So 60 3 times a day, 3 times a week. I saved my money and invested in education. I paid off my bills. I paid off my debts. And I see people in here with questions. We're gonna talk about that later. Uh-oh. I'm quiet. Oh, yeah. The day for me. But yeah, man, I'm just sitting back listening. I'm reading the comments because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or nothing. But you guys are in the right place, and some of you guys are just too new to grasp this information. So if you didn't watch more than 20 videos, you shouldn't be asking questions yet.
Hey, got y'all.
Yeah, that's just the military in me. I'm sorry. But yeah, you guys are definitely in the right place.
At the right time, with the right message, with the two most. I'm playing.
Yeah. So patience and persistence, like it's like yin and yang, but if you do them both together, it's like smooth sailing. If you know what you want, and credit repair shouldn't be easy, y'all. It shouldn't even take 3 months. The only reason why y'all getting it in 3 months or 6 months is because Dave is teaching y'all. Um, if you guys were doing it yourself and you had to learn by yourself, it should take about 2 years. So give yourself a year of learning and executing to get your result. And maybe in 6 months to 9 months, you'll get your result. And some people have been getting results little as 15 days. It's crazy. But Dave, you got anything else to say about persistence and patience?
Oh no, it's gonna take time. I know I say 14-day hack, 30-day hack, all these different hacks. Yes, you're gonna get results, but most importantly, it's gonna take time to get these things removed off your credit report and to build the credibility so you can get approved for whatever you want, right? So just be patient, be persistent. The time's gonna pass. Just take one day out the month, fix your credit, like send a letter off, put that in your calendar. The next few days is also the other 29 days or 30 days is actually creating that credibility, right? So, like we talked about before, signing up with these different places that's going to help you build your credit. Also, going to the bank and creating credibility, asking questions, putting your money away, saving away, putting $5 away. I just challenge you to put, I don't know, if you don't have $400 saved up in your account right now, I challenge you by this year over just to put 20, I think like 25, $10, whatever, how much it is a week. Let's just do the, $400 divided by 52 weeks, $7.69 per week.
Hey, Dave, we're gonna have to speed it up so we can do the Q&A.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry, y'all.
So here's a roadmap to knock credit bureaus out. Take a picture of it, screenshot it. I'll talk about this in most of my videos. The pre-dispute phase, hey, clean up your personal information. We already talked about setting the credit bureaus up. Once you get the results to come back, just leverage these two laws, use the CFPB, and then rinse and repeat, and then just be persistent, right? Most common questions people are asking. What's up?
You gotta go back so they can screenshot this.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, oh, y'all can watch the video back. I'm tripping. Yeah, y'all.
Oh, my bad. There you go. Some of the common questions people are asking. We noticed there are like a lot of questions, but some of the common questions, Mike, people are asking is how long does negative information stay on your credit report, right? So typically 7 to 10 years, quote unquote. If you don't do nothing, it will fall off. From the last reporting date, right? So from the time it says last reported, got 7 to 10 years, right? So these are some of the common questions people are having when it comes to credit. So if you didn't do nothing, you had to wait 7 to 10 years for it to get removed. Now, I know you guys don't have 7 to 10 years to wait to remove one negative item. So what you need to do is just follow the process, right? Will closing unused credit accounts help improve? Like these are some of the questions that we get all the time. Well, closing unused credit accounts help improve my credit, right? If you close an account, even though it's not used, yes, it will hurt at first, as long as it's paid. But eventually, it's going to stop hurting, right? But I wouldn't tell you to close a like unused account, right? If you had that account for like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you close it, man, whew, it's going to hurt your age when it comes to your credit. So it's going to hurt age utilization at first. Even though it's still on your credit report, you're going to see the drop a little bit. Then eventually it's going to go back up, right? I'm not the FICO score analyzer or whatever, the calculator. So I don't know like the specific points. But I talked about, I think that in the last couple of videos on like the different points. What is the credit utilization ratio? How does it affect my credit score, right? So the credit utilization ratio is like 30% of your credit score, and it will affect it if you don't, of course, pay your credit card down. Like you want to get below 10%. 10% out of 100%, you're doing good. And as you get lower and lower, you're doing amazing, right? A lot of people tell y'all 30, 20%. Get your credit utilization below 10%, and you're going to see your credit score increase. You already know you can fix your credit on your own. How do you get your copy of your credit report? Get the Identity IQ link. Should you settle your debt, Mike?
Should I settle my debt?
Yeah.
Not me. so, um, so the number one thing about settling your debt is first make sure they know that it's you, right?
Yeah.
Um, my dad and my brother has the same name, and they put stuff on
If
my.
you hold on. I'm gonna make it. If you do settle your debt, make sure they remove from your credit report. Don't have that on your credit report. They're gonna be like, yo, this person can't even pay their money. I mean, pay their debt. So if you
Yeah,
settle, get it removed.
yes, sir.
That's the circumstances.
Yeah. So,
Go ahead, Mike.
what was the question again? I forgot.
Um, Bankruptcy. How do you remove a bankruptcy from your credit report?
Whew. Oh yeah, bankruptcy is kind of easy to be honest. All right, so Pacer, public access to court records. Oh, I think I got it right. All right, so Pacer is where you can go to access court records. Third parties like LCI and LexisNexis and maybe Innovis, they go there to buy they buy your information from the court records and then they would put it on your credit report. Now, in order to get it removed from your credit report, all you need is to send a letter to the court asking the court, do they report bankruptcies to the credit bureaus? Well, the courts are going to say, no, we do not report information to the credit bureaus. And then you take that letter and you want to report it to LexisNexis, you want to report it to LCI and all the three major credit bureaus. So they all know that you know that the court didn't give them any information for them to report. So they went and Pacer and basically stole your information. So then you have two choices. You can submit a dispute with the letter from the court stating that the court didn't provide that information, or you could just do nothing. Once you send that letter, that's part of our bankruptcy eliminator playbook. We'll send you. We got the letter, the step-by-step process of how to get rid of your bankruptcies. But yeah, bankruptcies are kind of easy because the court's going to give you everything you need. My bad, if I took too long.
Are you good? Let's start getting into this Q&A because I know people have questions and I know people got time, things to do. All right, so let me see. Stop. Remove this. So my brother had identity theft, and I had finally. My brother had identity theft. Let me see. Let me put this up. Actually, my brother had identity theft and had to finally file for bankruptcy last week. When can he get the bankruptcy off his credit report? Oh man, sorry to hear that. I wish he didn't have to file. I wish he came to the channel before filing, but things happen. So you won't be able to remove it until it actually reports to your credit report. You just gotta wait for that first. Once it reports, then you just did what Mike just say. Take the process of getting that letter saying that they will report to the credit bureaus, and like going from there. LexisNexis, LCI, the credit bureaus, and just basically saying, how did you get my information if they don't report?
Mm-hmm.
And
And
there,
then they have to tell us.
send off your temporary letter certified to all three, and then five. And after that, you just leverage the CFPB. It's going to take it one step further. Attorney General is going to keep on going up, right? And that's how you're going to get your bankruptcy off. Listen, I'm sorry. What should I do after getting the stall letter experience said that they didn't think it's me? Do I have to send a handwritten and start over with my 30, 35 days? No, you don't got to start over. But my question for you, Lamar, is experience said they didn't think it's me. Did you do you have a tracking number as well for this? But if they send a stall letter saying they think it's not you, what are they asking? Did they say that you sound like a credit repair company, or do you need like extra like verification, like driver's license or something like that? If they ask for extra verification, I'll just send my driver's license, whatever. But if they say that you sound like a credit repair company, just wait the 30, 35 days and file a CFPB complaint because we don't got time to wait.
Yeah, you can even go as far as
the next letter you want to use is like a handwritten letter, or using the AI with Dispute Panda, or also like getting it notarized. This first dispute, we waiting those 30, 35 days. After those 30 days, we got the tracking number, and I would ask them, no, I didn't get nothing back.
Yeah, I would even go as far as calling too, if you're comfortable getting on the phone, just to verify that you sent the information. Like, yeah, I sent that.
Yeah,
You
just
got,
me.
like, yo, you got now you have X amount of days to respond back to me.
All right, so Equifax keeps telling me inquiries are factual record for file access. How are you disputing, Yale? Are you calling over the phone? Because that sounds like something that a person would say over the phone. So if you call on the phone, don't do that method. I think I made a video like 5 or 10 videos ago, how to wipe all your hard inquiries. Use that method, right? Get your actual credit report, go to the hard inquiry section, see if it says permissible purpose. If it don't have permissible purpose, if it don't say permissible purpose, you can get that hard inquiry removed. Simple. I ain't gonna say simple. You can get that hard inquiry removed. All right, let me see. Next question. I am 2 weeks short from becoming a realtor and my credit score is bad. I have goals to start a nonprofit organization.
Why you want to start a nonprofit? Why don't you start a for-profit? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Start a for-profit. That's good. But
You're a realtor, so I mean, you should be you should start making some money for profit. I'll tell you to focus on that first before
you know
you start the
what?
non. Go ahead, Mike.
Now I was gonna say use Dispute Panda and Dispute Panda Pro because you're gonna be talking to people who have bad credit. So if you fix their credit for them for a little nothing, then you can you can fix the credit and then get the client to buy a house or whatever if their credit get in a good enough space. That's start a for profit though.
Yes, sir. When you're married, do your credit mix with your partner? Only if you like add her as an authorized user. That's the only time it makes. Hope to answer you. Matt. Miss, and you always showing up, Maria. We're gonna get you like a picture. Something. Show love. Experian is a pain in and they got account with 2 different numbers. I called a credit card, they still send me a letter to us saying I only got one credit card with them. All right. So the credit card company say you only got one credit card with them. So when you talk to the credit card company, I'm pretty sure you do this. Do you tell them that they're reporting two, like, is it 2 accounts on this one? Am I reading this right? On one account with 2 different numbers. What do you mean by like 2 different numbers? I think I got this question all mixed up. Like, you got to DM me. Is the account number like one account number say this, another account number says like a whole different account number, and like another one says this? Like, what do you mean? Or is it like 2 digits off? Or sometimes the digits don't show all of them as well. They have the stars. So like, I need more, I guess, information. Maria.
Oh, she's in there. Hold on, Dave. What was that question again? She's at the bottom. I'm looking at her.
I said I need to see it because I want to know like what the account numbers look like on the credit report. Like, is it like stars? Because you know how some of them got like stars, X's, and
Hey
they got
Maria.
and everything. So,
Hey Maria, do you follow me on Instagram? You can just screenshot it and send it to me on Instagram. I took a look at it real quick.
King job. All right, I was in college.
You got jumped.
It put into the hospital, and I was supposed to
Damn.
be insured by the school. So what's your question? You have medical collections on your credit report that was supposed to be paid by the school, and if that's the case, did you go talk to the school? And sorry about you being jumped. Next time, got to bring I'm playing. So, sorry about you getting a jump. Sorry about what happened to you. Sorry about what's going on. But if you have like medical collection that was supposed to be insured by a hospital, right? Make sure you talk to the. I'm not by the hospital, by the school. Talk to the school, see what's up, like what's going on, and why it's not actually taken care of. Because this is hurting your credit report. This is hurting you from getting what you need to do. So talk to them first before you start like disputing if they're supposed to. And do you have that in writing as well that it's supposed to be insured? I'll be watching Suits now. I'll be learning. Hey, you gotta have things in writing.
Okay, all right. Let me answer this question real quick, Dave, and let me start by saying I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice and all that other good jazz. Talk to your accountant, your lawyer, because I'm about to give you some. I'm about to tell you what to do. But if you don't know what to do, it ain't gonna work. All right, cool. All right, so you being sued. The original creditor is in Louisiana. How should you respond to this debt? All right, so I saw your original message, and it says you got a summons for cons. And they're filing a lawsuit to recoup their funds, and you got 30 days to answer. Is there any way I can remove this debt from the original creditor? Now, you don't need to remove the debt from the original creditor because they already violated you by taking you to court. Top notch. Who is the original creditor? And I'm going to tell you something about cons as well. If you go on the cons website, you can see that they have what they call an arbitration agreement, which means they're supposed to be settling things in arbitration before they take you to federal court. Now, that in itself is a violation of your rights. All right. So, with that being said, your original creditor probably has an arbitration agreement as well. So, with arbitration agreements, if you look at it, they say we, our, and us a lot, which means anybody who purchased your debts actually purchased the arbitration agreement contract, part of the contract that comes with the debt. Now, in order to answer, and you probably got to rewind this back. But in order to answer this, you will have to show proof that they were supposed to take you to arbitration before they take you to court. That doesn't solve your problem with getting sued. That just takes the venue out of federal court and puts you in arbitration. Now, in arbitration, that's when you're supposed to start disputing and getting your disputes verified. And once they verify your disputes, you're supposed to ask them the method of verification. Once you ask them how they verified the information, you ask them for account level documentation. That's when they will not be able to show the account level documentation because they never really did the disputes. I mean, they never really did an investigation. And then you guys will come to a mutual agreement to settle the debts. Like, hey, I'm not going to sue you. You're not going to sue me. And I know that was a lot of information, but I'm sorry that you're getting sued. You probably should have came to the channel earlier so you can just remove the debt from your credit report. And, that's pretty much my end of my spiel. Dave, was that too much?
No, that was good information, man. It's gonna help somebody else as well if they're going through that as well. So that was good. Whew. All right, so my credit score went from a 540 to a 680, 670.
Oh, hold on. One more thing. There's people that's putting laws in the chats, and I don't even think these laws exist. So if you use their information, you're using it at your own risk.
I don't think these laws exist.
I don't know. I ain't look it up yet. All I know is what I know.
Okay.
Oh no. He said we the original creditor. Nah, don't listen to him. You're gonna lose in court. We're not the original creditors. Go ahead, Dave.
All right. How do I get late payments off my credit from 10 years ago? Will not take it off. This was after the account was closed. All right, so if you got late payments on a closed account,
$2 and 35-cent collection. Oh my goodness.
Disrespectful. Hey, and I would just suggest you either call to pay the $2.35 to get it removed, or focus on removing the account. Those are two things I would do. I would remove the whole account. I know it's 10 years history, or I would just call, see what I could do to get that resolved.
Bro, that's petty because you could have just paid that.
Facts. She probably didn't even know, or he or she probably didn't even know that. Hey, there was two. Pretty sure it was 0, and they added something. Since I've been using them, my credit score increased 75 points. They walk you through the dispute process. Appreciate that, Victoria. 75 points. Yeah, that's a lot of points.
Look, hold on. Before you continue, Dave, look.
What's up?
Bro, I got a collection for $1. Oh my God.
Hey, they being petty, boy. Oh, you know, that's on your credit report, but it should be like anything above 500.
Yeah,
it's like they did with medical collections.
They should have like a low number or something.
Yeah, $1. So, like I said, I will call first, rectify. It's just $1. You know, hey, would you remove this from my credit report if I pay you $1?
I'll pay you $2.
I'll pay you extra.
I give you $5, man. Just remove it.
So that's what I would do. I have identity IQ and I saw the errors. All right, perfect. So what you need to do now is send off the secret letter, 2 forms of identification, certified. It's going to take a little time to go to the post office and certify and wait in line. That's cool, but just time's going to pass. So might as well just go down there, spend about 10 minutes and get those letters off, and then from there come back to the channel once you send the letter off. Equifax keeps telling me inquiries. I think we already answered that question.
No. There's multiple people asking that question.
I think it's the same person asking the same question.
Oh, okay.
TransUnion won't remove. Yeah, you already taught him. I remember the dark. So, what if you pulled your credit report and only one bureau is reporting? So if you pulled your credit report and only one bureau is reporting, either something's going on, why it's not reporting the other two. They don't got your information for the other two, or you can still basically leverage it to tell them to investigate the account. They still got to do their job. And sometimes they don't even respond to you within 30 days. So you can also use that law as well.
Oh, let me look up this law, man. 15 USC 1692I. I don't even think that's a law.
15 USC 1692. That's that.
No, he said 1692I.
Yeah. We can look it up. Fair Debt.
It is a law.
Collections Act, FDCPA. I always get the twist of my tongue saying that. All right, TransUnion Experian letters came back verified, but CFP it still says pending. Help. If it still is pending, you just gotta wait. I can't help you. Like CFPB got to do their job, do what they need to do. So just wait until CFPB results come back. See what they say, and then from there I can help you close the truth. But that's pretty good. If you're still waiting, a lot of people be like, "Hey, 60 days." That's still good because they still got to do what they need to do. It's not 60 days, 30 days. So let me see. I followed your video. I did a CFPB a few times. Okay. Have you sent the letter off yet? The dart. I'm new to the channel. Where do I find your dispute letter package? The 5-pack dispute kit.
I don't know where that. It's on one of those. It's one of our older videos.
I can drop the link to the 5-pack dispute kit. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't got it.
You want to take the next question?
Yeah, I don't know where you at. Oh, okay. All right, I got it. Hey, I called Equifax, TransUnion, Experian last week to remove stuff off my credit report. Only Equifax and Experian removed it. How do I get TransUnion to remove the same off their system? Okay. All right. So what you can do is you can call Equifax and Experian, and you can ask them for an updated credit report. On your updated credit report, it's going to show where the items being removed from your credit report. You can use that as evidence to get your stuff removed off of TransUnion. But I'm thinking you talking about hard inquiries, and hard inquiries don't report to all three; they report individually. So you might have to just try it again. But if you get your if you get your real credit report from them, it's gonna say go to the hard inquiry section, and at the bottom it's gonna say permissible purpose. Some of them gonna say permissible purpose because the only people that are supposed to be pulling your credit report is what insurance companies, jobs, and courts, and something else. I don't know. I don't got the law in front of me. I wish I had that paper.
All right, that's for the 5-pack dispute kit.
I don't
You
got
want
it.
to purchase it for that person.
All right, hold on. Let me move some of these off. We answered that one. Uh, I think I'm removing people, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Just unstart. I want to start. Okay.
There you go.
What is the next step if you put CFPB claim for not responding to the method of verification and they respond with a generic statement saying they handle the request, CFPB closes account. Tommy, just be more detailed in your complaint. Because sometimes they say that you sound like the same complaint that they already answered before. So be more like detailed and like the actual complaint, like write what happened, just everything. So they won't just close your account. The Tommy Bernard podcast. Hey, we need to talk. We need to get on top. Hey, shout out for having a podcast too.
Yeah, congratulations. I hope great success for your podcast, Tommy.
Yep.
All right, what we doing next?
All right. So what's next? Did you do this one already?
No.
I have a federal debt that's beyond the statute of limitation for charge-off. Should I pay it off or continue to dispute?
Mm-mm.
Should I pay it? You should dispute. Continue disputing.
Yeah, I will continue to dispute.
Yeah. So my change had a fraud alert after I just fixed my credit. I applied for Apple and I got denied. I called. So all you got to do.
No, Dave. This is a two-part question, but when I read it, I don't think his credits. He got something on his credit that's not allowing him to get approved.
I got to apply for.
He's trying to apply with a 660 credit score.
Through account 7K worth, no hard card. I called Trinity and got. So what's on? Do you have any like negative accounts on your credit report? You have like high utilization. That's the reason why you got a 660. What's going on? Because that's probably the reason why you got denied. And also, of course, having a fraud alert is another that will also cause sometimes automatic denials as well. But I've seen people that had like real low get approved for Apple Cards. So
but
it all depends too. Every report is different.
I was gonna say the people with low scores probably didn't have a credit card. But in this case, if his score is this low, then you gotta have something derogatory on it. If you have one with no derogatory, you're gonna have a 700 credit score. So by you applying for this card, the rest of that stuff don't even matter if you got collections on your credit report.
Yeah. All right.
We click the same one.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm stuck on things coming back verified. And some credit bills drop their accounts. No. And others haven't. It's all part of the process, Urban. I know it is. But this leverage, the ones I tell people, just leverage the results that you did get deletions, get the actual documentation, and leverage that with CFPB to get the other things removed. That's how you handle it, Urban, Mr. Logic.
All right, hold on. Tommy had responded back. I want to bring his comment up.
All right.
He said he was detailed as possible. Even told him when the letter was sent. The tracking included the date they picked, the no response, and quoted the law. Responded transferred to dispute center. CFPB closed.
Sheesh. All right. I will now then, if CFPB is tripping, I will also then I'll do Attorney General, and I'll also send another letter out. I won't go to the CFPB just yet. I'll just send another letter out first. And also change it up a little bit as well. If you go back to CFPB, just change up something else. Talk about like something different when it comes to that, but also quote the law. Like do another, get another violation and talk about that violation on how they didn't basically provide you the detailed investigation,
Sure.
or as like just do something else. So now you have like multiple violations stacked. I know there were no response. Whew. Just get another, because sometimes, hey, CFPB ain't helping you out. You guys got to do something else different so you can have something else to say in your actual statement.
All right. He's still responding. Okay. He said thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy, just watch this video back and then do your complaint as you're watching this video back.
I'm still stuck on the things come. I think we said this person already. What about charge offs on your credit report? What about them? They can come off. It's just you just gotta do what we talked about early in this live. Basically, send off the letter, set them up, and then wait for the results to come back, and then just leverage the laws based off of what came back. How you complain with the BBB and Attorney General? So BBB, so Attorney General, all you got to do is just whatever state you in, just Google the state Attorney General and look for file a complaint, and then that's how you file a complaint. And then for BBB, you got to look for the actual company itself, and that's how you file a complaint. And it'll walk you through the process. I think I
Uh,
have a video. If you type in Dave Cousins BBB complaint, Dave Cousins Attorney General, I think I'll walk you through the video. Pretty sure. Show you
yeah,
stuff.
every site is going to be a little bit different, so it's going to take a little bit.
Yeah. So everybody's like Attorney General is different on the website. So just look up the Google Attorney General or Florida Attorney General, California Attorney General, and look for file a complaint. All right. All right. Talk about that one. Do you ever use the BBB? Only sometimes. People got results as well with the BBB, but BBB isn't like the best like Attorney General because that's and CFPB is like those are the two better ones when it comes to getting the best results. Equifax, I think we did. Inquiries are factual. I think How can you were talking about this one? Sorry. Whew. Have you ever heard of ISPC in Florida? They are killing my credit. Can you help me get rid of that once and for all? I haven't heard of that before. And what do you mean they're killing your credit? Like, you got to be more specific. Because all you got to do is just go through what we just talked about on how to get them to get for a violation so you can get it removed. Yeah. All right. What can be done about a million late payments? My uncle is a truck driver and pays his bills late because he's on the road. Trust God. All right. If you have multiple late payments on one account, remove the account. All right. Focus on removing the account. And if your uncle is a truck driver, help him set his stuff to come out automatically from his account. And if like everything is negative, like start with if everything is negative on his credit report, focus on like getting accounts like self, rent reporters, not rent reporters, self, Ava,
Cheese.
some other different places that can that will help improve that to get them trade lines on your credit report. Whew, lost for words. Trust God. Or just start with one. Start with something. Credit strong. Just start with one thing. Get that flowing. And get that set up automatically, so he won't miss no more payments again. Know you're on the road, got a lot of things going on. Whew. So get that set up for them, and then focus on just removing those accounts that have had multiple late payments. That's my best advice. What type of what type of response are you looking for the credit agencies when you send a method of verification letter? So when you do a method of verification, the response I'm looking for is the actual documentation on how they did the investigation. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to send it to you within 15 days. And the law says they have 15 days to respond to you from the time that you ask for that method of verification. And we just looking for on how they did their process of investigating the counts. How did they how did they check everything? Did they update? Did they modify? Did they do the things required? That's what I'm looking for. And as you can see on your credit report, when you compare from this month to the previous month, they didn't do nothing. You're like, dang, well, they said they investigated. They said they're supposed to modify and update everything, but they don't. And they can't go back. And they said everything was complete and accurate. A second time. CFPB said they received several complaints and your name of information just that someone other than you has submitted the complaint without identifying themselves to protect privacy. So, Mr. Carrs, did you fill out that information? You had to fill out your information. That's weird.
You're probably doing more than one complaint at a time
Yeah.
instead of putting them all together.
Yeah.
Call the CFPB. Call the CFPB. My bad. Yeah, I was just called.
All right.
Unless you look at your complaints and you see somebody doing it for you that ain't supposed to.
Yeah, like just make sure your name and everything is correct, like your personal information. I called Equifax TransUnion Experience. Equifax Experience, they removed the items, TransUnion still showing derogatory credit. Mr. Green, get the documentation that it got removed from the other two credit bureaus and leverage that to get the results that you're looking for. Get the documentation. Documentation is key when it comes to dispute and getting things removed. All right. Civic B said wait 60 days for a final decision. It's not going to take 60 days. They always say that, but typically it takes like 30 days or less. And they got 30 days to respond anyways. So just be patient and continue doing what you're doing. And congratulations for actually starting the process of fixing your credit. But just be a little bit more patient. It's not going to take 60 days. Hey, I followed your steps for the law. 15 U.S.C. 1681 I-5 for inaccurate on credit report printed before and the credit report created CFPB complaint Equifax are asking 60 days for so the same thing. It's not going to take 60 days for them to come back and do what they need to do.
Hey, in your next letter, say you got 30 days. tell them that they got 30 days.
Yeah. I love dispute Panda, but I don't know if there is a template for the failure response within 15 days when you send the method of verification. So there, in a static letter, there's a method of verification. And what I'm saying is they have 15 days to respond back to you. But you can create your own letter as well for that process. Just type up a letter saying, hey, you have 15 days to respond back to me. Like, what was your method of verification? And you got 15 days to respond back to, quote unquote, this law. I will talk to Dominique to see if he can talk to his the other people to get that added to the
ask support in Dispute Panda to add that in Dispute Panda. They'll do it. If enough people ask for the same thing in Dispute Panda, they'll make it into the process.
Yeah. Which tab do you use on Dispute Panda if some counts came back verified? Method of verification first. Latoya, I think I'm saying Miss Boyd. Method of verification, right? That's what I will use. I'm sorry, static letter. That's where you want to go. In Dispute Panda. So you want to go to the static part, static attack, and then you want to look for a method of verification, and then you want to use that specific attack to send it to different credit bureaus. That's how you want to do it first.
And Ms. Boyd, in the support thing where you get to chat with the Speak Panda, put that same question in there too. The Speak Panda, I think they respond within 24 hours. So
Yeah.
you'll answer in 24 hours along with this video to make sure everything is correct.
Yeah. So you should be good once you use that attack. It's also free too. That static letter. I watched the whole catalog of videos, by the way. Always waiting for patience, persistence key. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What's your podcast about, Tommy? I should look it up.
Yeah, I'm
But
not looking.
thank you for submitting your complaint through the CFPB portal. Here's your complaint. Inaccurate items on your portal report as completed. Um it's dispute. I don't hold on, is this multiple questions? Is it I see like different it's dispute with all three.
Oh
Can
yeah, you got to piece
they
them
say
back.
we're moving it? Say it needs more info. They say they still playing in my face about this bankruptcy.
I think I
Um
order. I clicked it out of order, so I'm like,
okay. I'm reading it. So did you also get like the documentation stating that it didn't report to the credit bureaus? Um, not gonna be able to answer your question more like, and also like, what did you say on your complaint as well? Um, it's the West. Last question. Last question. I've been holding this card in my pocket as last resort. My credit do not match across the board on the single card. I don't think. Should I pay the card or double down? Not responded. So you've been holding this card. So is the card in good standing and you just want to like fix it up? Like what's going on, Tommy, when it comes to this account? Ooh, y'all been rocking out. Let me see. How do I delete an account that's reported to two bureaus only? The same way, send a letter out, set them up, and then wait for wait for the results to come back, and then leverage the laws to get it removed. I think. Okay. Do I need to unfreeze the snitches to apply for a loan at the bank or apply for credit cards? Um, you need to unfreeze the snitches to apply. You need to make sure you don't have a fraud alert, Nick, on your credit report. And like once you, let's say, like once you get everything removed from your credit report and fix everything up, yes, you should unfreeze the snitches and so you can get pre-qualifications as well. You come into the mail so you can get pre-qualified and basically sometimes some of the pre-qualifications you won't get hit with a hard inquiry at first. Like you'll get automatic quote unquote approval. So I would first, if you got good credit, you got everything cleaned up, you did what you need to do, unfreeze them, start getting those pre-qualifications, getting them things in the mail so you can pre-qualify. And also make sure you don't have no fraud alerts. If you have a fraud alert on your credit report, call the credit bureaus and tell them to remove it because what's going to happen is sometimes they will deny you if you have a fraud alert. And if you're trying to apply for an apartment, they have to do more verifications. So the goal is to go through the automatic process, automatic approval. So just call and get that thing removed. Now, if you've been hit with identity theft or you have something happen, add a fraud alert to your credit report and add a phone number. The reason why is because nobody can apply for anything without calling you. So that's the benefit of having a fraud alert. If you're active duty, you're going out to sea or deployment, you want to have these things to protect you from getting your stuff stolen. Like your social security card, your social security number is like everywhere when it comes to the military. So to avoid that, just have a fraud alert so nobody can take it. Let me see. Can a collection account charge interest? Can a collection account charge interest when there was no acknowledgement or agreement of debt during a phone conversation? I'm confused.
Whew.
So
Yeah, but
on a phone call, they said that you're not like you don't have a collection on your credit report, but there's a collection on your credit report that's charging interest. That ain't making sense. Because if you was on the phone, they saying that hey, you don't have like no debt, then why it's on your credit report? So are you talking to the right person?
yeah, I hope you're still on here to elaborate.
Collection account charge. Can a collection account charge interest? It's going to occur.
No, they do charge fees and stuff to
Yeah.
service that account. As far as interest,
I don't think they're charging interest. I think they added like extra fees. Because I got hit with a collection before with the Navy, which is funny. Um, they said they overpaid me, and then they sent me a letter saying I got to pay this. Um, I forgot about it. They put it on my credit report. I'm like, dang, they disrespectful. And I called them, and they said they already sent this debt off to somebody else, and I had to pay that. They put like an extra $300 on top of that, and I had to pay all that. So I had to pay all the fees and whatever they did, plus to get it removed from my credit report. The reason why I paid it because I still want my benefits, so I didn't want to knock them out. So I still want I get my benefits, so I just paid it off and did. I also understand why they didn't just mind. It is what it is. But yes, you will get like other fees on top of like whatever you owe with the collection. I mean, whatever you owe with the old account. So if it's $500, the collection agency might charge an extra $300-$400 on top of that. You got to pay that. And they only acquired the debt for like $50.
facts.
Let me see. I submitted a complaint. TransUnion removed, but Equifax expert added remarks, customer disputes. I filed 2 complaints. Hold on. I submitted a CFPB complaint. TransUnion removed the account, but Equifax experience added remarks and customer dispute. I filed 2 complaints. So you got to wait. If it's still like in the disputing process, just wait 30 days and then use the results that you got from TransUnion to get the other 2 removed. Benjamin. Let me see. What's the next question? I won't lie. I was getting frustrated, but finally starting to see results through collection down so far. Patience is key.
Man, yeah, congratulations, man. Hey, you know how many times I stopped fixing my credit?
Explain, boy.
Because I think before us, nobody was telling people really how to do it. They were like hinting around it, right? And I was like, bro, I don't know how to fix credit, bro. This is like what 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I was like, man, I don't know how to fix credit, bro. I'm about to quit. And then I stopped for 6 months, and then I started disputing again and got my credit clean. Congratulations.
We're on
his podcast. They're on a hiatus. That co-host is building a house. But I read the title and the description, so I guess he wanted to do something like a Howard Stern type podcast where they just talk, and then whatever the people in the chat say, they just talk back to him. But that's great. That's good. I was going through it. It was doing it 2 times a week, bro, for like 2 years, bro. I was like, man, shoot, it's too many videos. But congratulations, Tommy.
Yes, sir. Congrats. All right. Let me see. The card is the accounts don't match on the report. Sorry, like the open dates, payment history. Not sure which is more powerful. Is the card like still open? Like, is it still open? Does it have like late? Like, what's going on with the card? Like, you just want to like fix it? Because you say you still have it in your pocket, so I'm just asking like if it's still open. Like, what's going on with the card? Do you have late payments, Tommy? Whew. Yes, the OG was the buyer with the Came back from the court. Sent the out Lexus. Said he's removing it. The other three keep playing. CFPB keep letting them. All right. So the CFPB is like a
Middleman.
middleman, right? I might say middleman, right? So they just doing what they need. But it looks better when a CFPB is the middleman versus Dave and Mike, right? Or quote unquote like a lawyer, right? So you rather have somebody knock in versus somebody that like we supposed to have power, but the credit bureaus be out there crazy. So just do it again, Tyree. But I think I'm saying your name right. Just type it up a little bit different. Like I was telling Tom, type it up a little bit different and just add more documentation and file a complaint again. And wait till they close out that one and file a complaint if they don't remove it again. And then get another violation too in the meantime. And that's how I would deal with that. Whew. Let's see. So we almost done. Which app can I use on my phone to record a call from a collection agency? I have two phones. So two. That's how I can record it. I don't know.
Just get a small tablet or something or anything. You just need
a laptop or something that's recorded.
Yeah, laptop.
Record while you talking. All right. So the CFP letter flex saying that removing it keep stalling. How long ago that they said they was gonna remove it? And do you have like documentation that say it's gonna remove it? Some letter or just through CFPB saying it's gonna get removed?
Oh yeah, y'all just remember to give CFPB enough time, give the credit bureaus enough time to respond because I think a lot of people don't give enough time, and every time you dispute the same information, you give them additional 15 days. So you got some of you guys are not getting results because you send too many letters. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
They called me and I spoke with the collection agent. Did not acknowledge the debt, but I see the collection as a current interest as it reports to the credit bureau. We got to look at more, like look at your actual credit report to see. Like I said, they acquire fees, and is it a collection or is it a charge off?
Yeah, or was the debt assigned to them? It all depends. And not acknowledging the debt don't
It's
mean
weird.
Yours. So
I think also they want you to say it's you. Sometimes they call it even they don't even know who it is.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Marvin? You got Marvin on here, Dave. We're about to wrap it up.
Marvin who?
Right here.
What's up, Marvin? I see now. I see.
I ain't know how to say his last name.
I think it's Francois. Mess it up. What's up, man? Congrats. I see you out here doing your podcast thing. Yes, sir. Got them people on there. Dropping. Game.
All right. Do I have to send my social as
hey, y'all go follow Marvin too, man. He be giving out information on how to fix credit as well. So follow, show him some love, subscribe. He bring on different people so you can learn different methods as well and also learn how to leverage your credit. So go follow him. That's his channel right there. I believe it's under his name.
Yes, sir.
What was that, Mike?
Oh no, I just say yes, sir.
No, I'm talking about. I think he was about to say something else before.
Oh, I was reading this comment before you.
Okay.
Yeah. Send your socials to verify yourself. Yeah, just don't make it hard for them to violate you because they're gonna violate you regardless. Just send everything they need you to send. That way, it ain't no because here's what's gonna happen. If they say that if y'all keep going back, they're gonna keep getting 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, and then a year gonna pass by, and they're gonna finally start disputing because they're like, yeah, we got enough information to dispute now. So give them everything.
Yeah.
Because once they verify the account, then you can ask for account level documentation. They probably ain't gonna send it.
I already sent my social. Yeah, I use like I take a big picture of my social and a big, huge picture of my driver's license, right? Color. I don't want to hear no excuses. I'll make sure it's clear too. And if you do like account statement or something else, birth certificate, or just make sure it's clear picture. It don't got to be colored, but make sure it's clear. If it's black and white, make sure they can read it.
Somebody say add an FTC report to your dispute. Don't listen to that information.
Only time you add an FTC report is if you like fraud happened. Or my bad, identity theft has taken place.
Yeah, man. Don't file no FTC report for nothing, man. I gotta get out of here with that. But my bad.
Man, oh boy, you need help. What you need help with?
Oh yeah, you at the right channel. What's up? How many videos you watch?
What you need help with? Go ahead. For a charge off, are the steps same? Yes. For a charge off, collection, repossession, eviction, student loans, the steps are the same. Now, there are other things you can do, like with a collection agency. There are other things you can do with the bankruptcy. There are other things you can do for different type of accounts on your credit report. But most of the time, it's still the same process. Now, when it comes to bankruptcy, we do a little bit things different because technically it's not supposed to be reporting. How many complaints you can send in 1 month? It depends on that complaint and like what are you disputing, or what are you saying with the complaint? Like what are you filing a complaint about? So if you file a complaint about one thing, you probably can't use the same complaint because they gotta say you gotta wait for this one to close out. So make sure you add all the accounts and everything you need to do for that one complaint, and you file another complaint or something else. So there's not a specific number. But you just can't file multiple. You can't file the same complaint without the other one being closed. That makes sense. How do I remove an account from? Let me see. How do I remove an account using dispute pen? I have 6 late payments. I'm done disputing late payments. I need to remove the account. You remove the account by sending the secret letter first. You want the credit bureaus, Demetrius, to do an investigation. We want a complete investigation, and once the investigation comes back, all you're doing is just leveraging laws based off of the investigation. Either they're gonna say it's verified, they're not gonna respond to you. Two things. Verify, they don't respond. They verify it. How did you verify it? They don't respond. Fail to respond in 30 days, delete the account. Deuces.
Yes, sir. Hey, look.
And if it's accurate,
like
I said, it's continue following with law after law after law. We'll talk more about it. But if you watch some of the videos, that's what I just keep on going up the ladder with the different laws. Help with the bankruptcy. The bankruptcy is all you got to do is just get the letter saying that it don't report to the credit bureaus. And if you know what I know, I talk about it a lot, but Mike don't want me to say it. Watch my videos.
Cool. Hey, look, we gotta wrap this up, Dave. Hey man,
right.
Thank you guys for showing up. We do this every Thursday. We love y'all to life. We just want y'all to get results. And no response is also a result. Verified is a result. You sound like a credit repair company. That's a result. You just gotta know what to do next. Dave, anything you gotta say?
Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in. If you need any help and assistance, like I said, watch the previous video, talk about it, and watch out for the next video where I show you how to use this specific trade. I'm playing. I got a good video coming out.
All right, y'all. Peace.